Hey, this is Ultimate Tip Up. We wanted to do a quick video here to show our latest improvements. We went to rechargeable lithium-ion batteries. These tip-ups are going to now come with the batteries included and also a charger included. These batteries give you more power for those windy, really cold days. They're going to last longer. Better performance overall. It's just a lot better deal. We'll kind of go over the whole tip up here. We're going to be on the ice within a couple weeks, I hope. The forecast is looking good, but wanted to get this out there with our new batteries, show everyone how these work. Here's the inside of the tip up. To set your flag in the back, the flags store away nice and neat, and you just unclip it here. You got a little anti-wind trip bracket that it sits behind, and underneath that, release lever. That's it. You're not going to get a wind tip up ever with these. We've tested them in 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts, and they work great. So next you're going to want to get your radios in. This one's on. Make sure your radios are on the same channel. It just slides up through the hole in the box and it clicks into place. Put the cover back on. Your radio is ready to go. Your flag is set. Our jigging system works on the bottom battery box here. There's a look at the batteries inside. It comes with four 3.7 volt lithium-ion batteries that are rechargeable. Switch on top of the box here is going to turn your jigging system on. Your line, I don't have any line on this one right now, but your line just clicks over this little plastic reed, and when the fish pulls, it's going to pull free from that really easily, not cause any more resistance for that fish when it strikes. You also can slow this down. You can slow it down really slow. If you're fishing a small jig for panfish, this works great. It just gives it a little bit of a motion up and down. You do have that option. It's kind of more geared towards live bait minnows. If you've ever watched on an underwater camera or anything, when you're tip up fishing with a minnow, it swims around for a little bit and then it just sits there. This is going to keep tugging at that, keep that minnow swimming around more lively. It's going to attract more fish. We heat these with the can in the back here. We heat it with a 2-inch votive candle is what we recommend. Get them at the dollar store real cheap, and one votive candle is going to last at least 8 hours. You're never going to have to come check your holes, skim holes. It's going to keep your batteries nice and warm, the radio is nice and warm, your line from freezing up, and just it's going to keep everything working great even in cold weather. Now your tip up switch is right here on the box. When I turn that on, my flag popped up and you can hear the radios going off. That's how you know everything's working. And we recommend to reset your flag, and now you're ready to fish. The way it works is when the fish takes line and spins the reel, your flag popped up, your radio is sounding. Now, if that fish continues to take line and spin that reel, you can hear your radio continues to go off. That's going to allow you to know that that fish is taking line you know you actually got a fish on there, you're going to be in a little bit more of a hurry to get there, and it's just a little bit more exciting overall to know you got a fish that's actually on there and it's taking line. When you're done at the end of the day, simply turn your batteries off, turn your radio off, you reel up your line, and your hook hooks right into this cork. There's a switch on top of the reel here. You switch that, it's going to lock your reel. No longer can your line unspool, so it's going to keep everything from tangling up. You don't have that big mess of line and hooks and tip-ups like you do with normal tip-ups. If you're fishing with a really big minnow, there is a switch on the bottom of the reel here. If you turn that on, now it turns the clicker on. Gives you just a little bit more resistance that large minnow isn't going to spin your reel and set off your tip-off. The jigging system batteries, that you're able to run for about 24 hours straight between charges, and the tip-up battery, we let it run for almost a week and continuously kept tripping the tip up, simulating a fish strike, and it still didn't die. So I would estimate 1 to 2 weeks of leaving it on, depending upon how many times it's tripped. That battery is going to last you before it dies and needs to be recharged. These batteries don't hold memory, so feel free to charge them as often as you want. That's not going to hurt them. And like I said before, the batteries are included, the radios are included, the chargers included. So what you see here is what you get. You never have to buy batteries anymore. Makes these tip-ups a lot more practical. The only other thing I didn't really talk about here, what really makes this tip-up is a reel. It's a large reel, holds a lot of line. That fish can run a long ways, and it's a good thing because there's no resistance there. So when a fish strikes, it's not going to feel that resistance. Panfish, walleye, perch, crappie, most of the time they suck that bait in, they feel resistance. A lot of times they're going to spit it back out. With this, they don't feel that resistance. They can just keep running away with it, and you're going to have them on there. We catch everything from perch to bluegill to walleye, white bass with these, and they work great. Bluegill is unheard of on tip-ups. These tip-ups will catch them for you. The reel does come apart, little button on the side, pushes in, and if you were to get some bad backlash or something, which we really haven't had a problem with, but it does come apart to allow you to fix that. So that's about it. These tip-ups, we guarantee you they will catch more fish than a conventional tip-up. That's why we built them. We want to provide the ice fishing community with a better tip-up that's going to allow you to catch more fish, and that's going to solve a lot of the problems that you have with a conventional tip-up. These are great for cottages, sitting in your cottage, and with tip-ups out, you know the instant one goes off with the radio system. They're great for just out on the lake, sitting in your shack jigging. You don't have to constantly be trying to look for tip-ups through your fogged up windows or anything. You never have to go out and skim holes. They're going to catch more fish. All these reasons, that's why they're worth the money. And it's just for an avid ice fisherman, it's a great investment. We love them. We know you will too. Check it out, www.ultimatetipup.com, or like us on Facebook. Just look up Ultimate Tip Up on Facebook, and we're there as well. So can't wait for ice, and we'll get some more videos once we have ice out on the lakes. of these tip-ups catch a fish. So be safe, everyone. Good luck.